Hey there, this is CJ Cat Lover here, aka TOS Cat, and I've got another game for you of Kill Confirmed on Erosion. This one's slightly different because it's on a 3v3 instead of a 2v2. I got some interesting frame rate thing here going on. Okay, well, anyway, this is a game of, like I said, 3v3, Kill Confirmed on Erosion, but I'm using a bit interesting class. This is actually my third time using this class. The other two I didn't even end up using it for the full game because the enemy were both times were using support UAVs, so I ended up switching to a class with Assassin, my AA-12 class. But anyway, this class has Overkill with a model and an AA-12, and it was actually, when I put it on this class, I was actually just joking with friends. Like, I have an idea for the best class ever. Let's put the model and the AA-12 on one class. So I did it, and I was joking. I'm calling it. I'm getting to MOAB just today. It's gonna happen. First game. And technically, it was the first game I used it the whole game, but anyway. So I guess I kind of spoiled it there if the title didn't already. This is an Overkill MOAB with the model and the AA-12. Most of my kills are with the model, just because I'm switching to the AA-12 whenever the AA-12 thought it would be better equipped for the situation, but in a lot of situations, the model is a better bet because it has a lot longer range than the AA-12. Well, the AA-12 is better in close range, or if you get a hit marker. Anyway, let's see. Started out with the model, damage, no attachment, AA-12 secondary. It was actually, I actually kind of got the idea for this class just because I was thinking about how it's kind of stupid how you're forced to use Scavenger on the AA-12, because it's a primary. I can understand in Modern Warfare 2 when it only comes with 2 mags, and you end up using about a mega kill, just because it's a secondary. I mean, they don't want you running around using it as a primary, but I mean, in this game it is a primary, and they still don't want you running around using it as a primary. It's got less damage, less range, and it's a primary. And they still decide that it needs to have the same very low ammo capacity. I think that's pretty stupid. But so then I was like, and then I was also joking how when I use the AA-12, how I really just have an MP9 assault rifle with an AA-12 secondary, because the MP9 is practically an assault rifle. It's got the range for it and the damage. Actually, pretty much this entire game, I wasn't talking until I got the MOAB. Neither of them even knew I was on a MOAB streak until I called it in. Like, one of them said, well, I had noticed when you were 1 in 15, but I figured you just died in the middle there somewhere. I got 1 kill and then died. I don't know. Could have gotten a flawless, you know, but, eh. I mean, can't really complain about. This is my first Overkill MOAB, and it was probably the 2 worst guns in the game after the patch. I mean, maybe the CM901. Nah, the CM901's still decent. I think these are probably the 2 worst guns in the game. So, pretty decent. I was pretty happy. I actually decided, well, okay, I was like, well, I'm off of Call of Duty for the night. I can't possibly do any better than this after I got it. But, I was actually kind of wound up here now because one of my cats had just gotten outside while my sister was packing for going off to college. She was packing all her stuff and moving out into her car and left the door open, and Scooter must have managed to sneak out there while she was packing it. And I noticed Sparta, who's usually the quiet one, was making a lot of noise, trying to get me to feed him, which, yeah. No, but then I realized that Scooter wasn't there, and he's the overweight one of the two. He's the one who's usually there trying to get me to feed him. So then I looked around, didn't see him, and fortunately my sister found him in our neighbor's lawn. Well, not lawn, they kind of have a wild backyard type thing. He was out there, so I'm very glad to have him here and safe. We do live on a pretty busy road, so glad he can go there, although I'm pretty sure he's smarter than that. Usually when he's gotten out a few times before, and he usually just ends up sitting outside the back door, which is glass, and just kind of looking in, and someone notices him before too long. Oh, and here's right there is the MOAB. Call it in. Nice, and then as always happens when you get a MOAB, they rage quit. Yay. And I accidentally hit the back button here in theater mode. So, I mean, to be honest, it really isn't fair to rage quit if you get MOAB'd on, especially in a 3v3. Oh, there's me killing no one. And then I kill no one again with the MOAB. If you look in the kill feed, nothing pops up. You know, it's just some sort of weird glitch to do with host migrations that happens there. There's not actually a guy there, but then as you see up here in a little bit, it just shows like blank timed out. You know, and, I really don't think you should rage quit if you get MOAB'd and you were killed by the guy multiple times. I mean, I can understand. I think I've rage quit once or twice. I've had 2 times actually where I had a guy get a MOAB and he didn't kill me at all. One time well, I mean, not counting boosted ones, I've had 2 times. One time I joined and I hadn't like picked up my controller yet. I don't know what I was having, but anyway, I was spawned in and I wasn't holding my controller. And the guy walks past me, kills a teammate, and gets the MOAB like the second after I joined. So I actually didn't rage quit actually that game. Now that I think about it, I think we ended up winning too because it was headquarters and he wasn't playing the objective. But and then another time, the guy, I still don't know how this happened. He had 22 kills, he had 21 kills, 3 assists in kill confirmed. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. He had 21 kills and 3 assists in kill confirmed, and he called in a MOAB, and he had not killed me the entire time, and I killed him right after he called it in. Still have no idea how in the world he managed to get in MOAB with 21 kills and 3 assists, and I don't know. But these guys, respect to them for not rage quitting for as long as they stayed. I mean, if I joined a game of face-off down by this much and the enemy had already called in a MOAB, I would just dashboard as soon as I got in there. Cause, I don't know. I'm not really against dashboarding as long as there's something unfair. Like if you join late and there's no way you can possibly win, or like if there's a really bad connection, go ahead and dashboard. But if you get beat by some people who are better than you, or if you're playing an objective game mode and you didn't play the objective at all and you got beat, don't dashboard. That's like I have so many people in drop zone that you see at the end of the game they have like 2 seconds of time in the drop zone and then they dashboard. It's like, and then of course they always blame their teammates for their loss. So like, you didn't touch the objective at all. And then right here, I just told them, hey, don't grab the last tag. Just want to see how big of a streak I can go on and rage quit, which I would probably rage quit there too in a 1v3 when the enemy's already called in a MOAB and they need 1 kill to win and he joined late. But I guess this video is coming to an end, so have a nice day.
Good job, squad.